Hello everyone, welcome to Young Innovators Astronomy class. In our last session, we had learnt about asteroids and how they impacted on Earth like the extinction of dinosaurs. In this session, we shall talk about space and possibility of life inside the space. Yes, life in space. Anything beyond Earth is called a space, and we, the planet Earth, is also in space. Space is so huge that everything that we see in the sky, like the sun, stars, and planets, are all present in the space. All the objects float in space and have less or minimal gravitational influence on them. What if we go beyond Earth? Do we reach space? How do you think we can live inside space? Floating, just like how we float inside the water, in the swimming pool? Yes, it's true that we float, and it's also true that we can live in space. Traveling into space has been a fantasy to many during the childhood. You must have heard about astronauts traveling into space by rockets. By now, I'm sure you must be dreaming about traveling into space. So, rockets are the spaceship that carries them into the space. It's a spaceship which carries all the basic human requirements during the journey, like food, medicines, clothes, etc. Because traveling into space takes many days depending on where our destination is. Like traveling to the moon takes about 3 days as it is closer, and traveling to Mars takes about 6 to 8 months as it's farther. Yes, that's a very long journey. Then, how can we survive in space when we don't get anything like supermarkets, shopping centers, hotels, or restaurants in the space or on the way to space? Yes, just like how we pack the requirements for a nearby picnic, we also pack everything required for the journey from the Earth itself. We carry our water to drink as well, because we don't find anything in space. But why should we go to space if we don't find anything over there? Did you just think about it? That's the fact as well. Reasons are many, like to know who's our neighbor, are there any aliens, any upcoming danger like asteroids or meteoroids coming towards us, and most important thing is to know how did we take birth on Earth, and why and how did Earth come into existence. It is believed that our existence is caused from the time of the Big Bang around 14 billion years ago. We do understand more about the nature in space, and it's very important that we study more in detail about it. Due to which, many scientific organizations all over the world have joined hands to set up a space lab called International Space Station. In short, it's also called as ISS. So, what is International Space Station? International Space Station is an artificial satellite of about size of one football ground, revolving around the Earth at a distance of about 400 kilometers. It is a science lab aimed to conduct many space science experiments in the space itself. There are people existing inside the space station, like scientists, astronauts, doctors, engineers, etc., to manage their living. Since ISS is in space or outside the Earth's atmosphere, its environment is completely different. There are absolutely no basic requirements like oxygen, water, a huge temperature variation like too hot during the day and too cold during the night, and has almost no gravity over there. So, for the people to live inside, an artificial atmosphere and a comfortable environment is created. But, you're right, we can definitely not create gravity inside the space. In this video, we shall watch about the astronauts living inside the space station and what they do during the stay. Let's welcome both to International Space Station. A very interesting and exciting part is that everything floats even inside the ISS, and ISS itself is floating around the Earth. Imagine pouring water in the station. Oh yeah, it floats. Throw a ball, it floats. Throw a pizza, it also floats. We ourselves float too. Now, let's take a small peek into their daily routine like brushing the teeth, taking bath, having food, reading, writing, studying, and sleeping. Let's look at it one by one. Morning routine.
It's like normal, like at home. I mentioned real quickly about getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth and washing your face. Well, how do you do that? Well, here is the bathroom essentially. You get up in the morning and we have a little kit, and it has all the essential things that you need, like your toothbrush and toothpaste and brush. See how See how much better the brush makes my hair look? I'm just joking. It still stands up straight. It doesn't matter where you are. It's always going to stand up straight while you're up in space. A lot of people ask about toothbrush and toothpaste. So, luckily enough, toothpaste, you can do it upside right this way, is sticky, and so it sticks to your toothbrush, no problem. Another cool thing is that water sticks to your toothbrush too. If you can see it, I'll have some water come out. The water is pretty neat up in space. It'll stick to your toothbrush and it will make a big bubble. And that's just by surface tension. And then you can drink it. So a lot of people ask about what do you do with the toothpaste after you brush your teeth. Two options. Swallow it, and it's sort of like mouthwash, but it tastes a little gross. Or you can just spit it out in a paper towel, and then you don't have to worry about it. Swallowing thing I wouldn't recommend at home. I'm only up here for 4 months, so it's not that bad. One of the most pressing questions about living in space, of course, is the bathroom. So let's take a look at that little piece of work. Come on in. Here we are at the throne. And of course, it serves for two functions. Number 2, right here. I'll show you. But you see it's pretty small, so you have to have pretty good aim, and you'll be ready to make sure things get let go the right direction. And it smells a little bit, so I'm closing it up. And that's of course for number 2. And this guy right here is for number 1. So they're sort of two slightly separate functions, but you can do a little, essentially both, by hanging on right here and doing number 1 and number 2. I might add it's color coded, so you really don't get it mixed up, which is nice. This is yellows for number 1. And also there's a selection of paper. People always ask about toilet paper. What do you do with toilet paper? What kind of toilet paper do you have? You are out of control yourself flying around, so we have lots of protective stuff. And of course, you do have your privacy. There's a little door.
Eating in space. Astronauts do eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. They are ensured that the food eaten by them has a balanced supply of vitamins and minerals. Most of the food items are packed and carried for their long stay for about 3 to 4 months, like the veggies, nuts, coffee, tea, fruits, etc. Exercise. Since the gravitational force is almost zero, there will be very less stress on their muscles and bones, due to which they suffer a muscle or bone loss. In order to avoid that, astronauts are advised to work out at least for 2 hours every day inside the ISS. Work. Astronauts spend their major time in experimenting how things work inside in a zero gravity conditions.
For future life in space. Oxygen, drinking water, food and fuel for returning to Earth. For a multi-year mission into the depths of space, not all supplies can be taken along. Consequently, systems have to be developed that not only recycle the air we breathe and the water we drink, but which can also supply food and fuel. Floating in space at a speed of 28,000 kilometers per hour. Extravehicular activity is the astronaut's most complicated task. Strenuous, dangerous, but at the same time, breathtakingly impressive.
They update most of the data via email to the ground-based station and also get most of the instructions from the nearby station. Sleeping. Everyone needs a good sleep after hard work. Sleeping is not same as lying down on bed and just going asleep. Because of zero gravity, they won't feel the weight to sleep. Hence, they have their sleeping bags tied to the bed. So the sleeping hours of astronauts are scheduled for about 8 hours every day. Life in space is so exciting and interesting, but comes with its own cons too. Like astronauts, when they return back from space, face major changes in their body functions, like blood pressure variation, change in bone density, muscle mass, etc. Though they work out for 2 hours every day in space, astronauts find difficulty in walking normally when they return back to Earth. Blood pressure needs to change its functioning against the gravity on Earth. Our heart need not put much effort to pump the blood in the space, but once you return to Earth, it needs to put in more effort. There's a huge change in it. There would be a lot of changes in the communication as there would have been no much people in space. Once the astronauts return back to Earth, they are said to be isolated for a certain period until the body and mind gets adjusted back to the normal living conditions on the Earth. Life in space is indeed exciting. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm sure one of you shall visit space in the near future and make our country proud. Thank you once again.